YouTubers, vinyl community members, thanks for watching this video. Thanks for taking the time. Thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. So, I'm doing an album review. I haven't done one in a number of years. I haven't done one since John Fogerty's solo album a few years back. I want to try to contribute a little more into reviewing or giving my opinion on albums. I think for me, I go out of my way to find time to listen to music. Sometimes you get so busy with things, you just kind of, you kind of just do it when you can. But I find myself going out of my way. But also at the same time, you sort of get lost in the world. You get lost in your job and your family, and sometimes you don't realize or you don't know that a particular artist has put anything out in years, and that's honestly, that happened to me recently. Confession time. Recently, in the past year or so, I was admittedly found almost a decade later that the Eagles had put out their newest album, which was Long Road Out of Eden, which, if I remember, it was 2007, I think is what it was. You get lost, you forget, you didn't know, whatever the reason may be. And I felt really bad in the set. Within a week of me realizing it, I don't know if I heard it on the radio or something, but I was probably looking up something on the internet. I might have heard it, but anyway. So I ran out when I got it as soon as I can, and I'll probably do an album review on that particular album sometime in the future. I guess I'm not going to do it in the past. I'll have to do it in the future. So I am going to do this album review on Don Henley's 2015 double album on the Capitol label, Cass County. He literally went back to his roots when he did this album, because Cass County is the name, or it's the name of, I think it's the northeast community of, or it's near the northeast community of his hometown, Linden, Texas. So he literally went back to his roots for this album. I can start off by saying the album, Cass County, it's his first album in 15 years. His last album was in 2000, which was Inside Job, which was a great album. Certainly go out and grab that one as well. But it's been 15 years. He totally nailed it on this one. For the first time, Don Henley has had the Cass County, this album. It's the first time Don Henley has had a solo album debut at #1 on Billboards Top Country Albums. That's #1. That's just mind-blowing. Some of the artists that appeared on the album: Mick Jagger, lead vocals, harmonica, Miranda, Lambert, Merle, Haggard, Vince Gill, Alison Krauss, Trisha, Yearwood, and Dolly, Parton. I mean, what country album would be complete without either one of them? Although Mick Jagger is kind of, that's certainly thinking outside the box, but, any one of those artists is a great addition to any country album. But again, really, not again, but for the first time, some of the songs, obviously they are country, it's a country album, but some of the songs remind me of his earlier works, going back to the 80s through the 90s and into 2000s. Some of the songs, it's kind of weird to listen to the country aspect of it and then listen to some of the other songs, and you'll be like, wow, that totally reminds me of another or a different album that he's done, because his range with this album is he's just such a great artist, great singer, great songwriter. It's kind of hard to understand that if you haven't heard it, but once you've heard it, you'll totally understand what I mean by that. It's just, you got country, you got some of his older stuff in there, all new stuff, but it just some of it sounds like his older works. The album comes with a booklet. It's not just a bifold or trifold. It's an actual booklet with a complete track listing and a list of what the artists contributed, a little more detail. There are more guests in there, but I'm not going to go through all of them. I'll try to put a link down there somewhere. The album, I mean, it's a great album. What I have nothing bad to say about the album. Some songs that, not that there are any bad songs, but some songs that stick out. I'm going to mention a few of them. The Cost of Living, Waiting Tables, Too Far Gone, When I Stop Dreaming, and that's a duet he does with Dolly Parton. She does an outstanding job. Praying for Rain, and She Sang Hymns Out of Tune. That, again, great song. In the end, what can I say? It's a perfect album. I have nothing negative, nothing bad to say. Nothing bad to say. Cass County was 2 thumbs up, maybe 5 stars. Okay, and that draws this video to an end. I try not to make my videos long. I make it short, to the point. Again, great album. If you haven't heard it, if you have and haven't gotten it yet, you certainly need to run out and grab it. I certainly recommend it on vinyl, because that's how I listen to most of my music, and it's just a better sound. So, thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and be kind to others. Take care.